Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be talking about self-love journaling ideas. Now I'm gonna be sharing out the page ideas in order from easiest to something that's more complex. So make sure to watch the video till the very end because the page ideas just gets funner and funner. So grab your pens, grab your notebooks, and let's get into it. So the first page that we're gonna create is the brain dump page. In this tutorial, I'm only going to be using two pens. I'm going to be using my Tombow Fudenosuke pen and my Sakura Pigma Micron pens. I'll include everything in the link in the description below, and so rest assured that you only need these two pens to create all of the pages that I'm going to be showing you guys in this video. To create this page, you just have to write brain dump and the date, and then you're free to write any of your thoughts. You can leave it as simply as this, or you can also decorate the page. Here, I just drew a border around the brain dump page, and I also added some vine designs that makes it look like it's going around the frame of the page. You can also add washi tapes if you want to add a bit of color to it. It's really up to you. So I know a brain dump page isn't created specifically for just self-love, but I really love having this page because it really allows you to just vent and write out all of your thoughts in a page so that you don't have to bottle anything up. The next page that we're gonna create is a page for positive affirmations or quotes. Now, I really love this page because it's always a great reminder to just look at your positive affirmations. It can be really great for you to look at this every morning, every night, or whenever you're feeling down. It's super easy to create. All I did was create a little banner and then write affirmations. I noticed that my writing wasn't super centered on the banner. It looked a little awkward, so I just drew a heart next to it to fill up the space. And then you can just write out some of your favorite affirmations. Of course, you can write as much as you want. Here, I'm only choosing 5 of my favorites. I wrote, I am loved, I live in a life full of abundance, I can do anything I set my mind to, I am worthy and deserving of good things, and I am good enough. The next page idea is a really fun one, and it's a favorite things about me page. Sometimes when you're feeling down, it can be easy for you to focus on all of the negative things about yourself that you don't like. However, something that really helps me is just to change perspective and think more about all of the things that you do really like about yourself. So for this page, I'm just going to draw a girl in the middle of the page, and this girl is supposed to symbolize myself, so go ahead and just draw a fun little drawing of yourself. And if you're at a moment where you're feeling kind of stuck or you're feeling really down and you can't really think about anything positive about yourself at this moment, feel free to just give yourself some space, give yourself some acceptance, or even ask a friend to see if they have anything positive to say about you. Oftentimes, we're really our own worst critic, so it can be really helpful for you to see yourself through the eyes of someone that really loves you. So feel free to go ask your friend if you need a little bit of inspiration for this page. After you have your drawing, we're gonna draw a lot of little arrows coming out of our drawing to write out all of the qualities that you like about yourself. And to make it really fun, you can change the amount of loops or the squiggles in the arrows to kind of give it a little bit of variety in your page and to make it really fun. And comment down below, what's your favorite thing about yourself? The next page idea is also a really fun one, and it's a personal favorites page. And this could be anything that you want it to be. You can write out any of your favorite movies, favorite books, favorite music, or even favorite games that really cheer you up, especially when you're having a bad day. For this page example, I'm going to be choosing movies and music. And so I created this little film icon and just wrote 3 movie titles that I really like to watch over and over again. Of course, you can change this movie icon for a book, video game controller, or even a music note. And right next to the movie icons, I actually drew a little phone music player, and I wrote one of my favorite artists that I really love to listen to. His name is Alenium, and if you're also a fan, give me a thumbs up in this video below so I know if there's any Alenium fans out there. And so I'm just going to draw a little icon that represents my favorite artist. You can also print out a picture of their album if you want to. So the next self-love journaling page idea is gonna be a weekly and monthly rewards page. So for this page, I made it really simple. What I did here is I created a banner, and under that, I'm actually going to write a list of smaller rewards and a couple of big ones as well. What I really like to do is every end of the week, I really like to give myself a little small weekly reward, and at the end of the month, I like to give myself an even bigger reward. Now, I tried to write down a couple of different ideas here for you guys, but honestly, I just always go for food as one of my rewards. Doing weekly and monthly rewards has really changed the game for me. I'm someone that easily overworks myself, and so having these little checkpoints to just make sure that I'm taking care of myself and taking breaks has been really helpful. I also drew a little flower with leaves, and so you can color in the leaves every time you give yourself a little weekly reward and then color in the big flower for a big monthly reward. Now, the next self-love journaling page idea is going to be a vision board or a mood board. So what I did here is I just wrote vision board on top and drew a little box, and inside this box I'm just going to write out a lot of the words that I want to envision myself feeling or embodying. This is kind of inspired by a book that I read called The Desire Map, and it kind of talks about how instead of focusing on an external goal, you really want to focus on the feeling that you want to have, and then think about the actions that can really help you get that feeling. And so to make this page really fun, what I did is I just kind of did a brain dump of a lot of the emotions that I want to be feeling, and I kind of use a lot of different font styles to make the page really fun and pop. So some ideas that you can try to use is you can write in cursive, you can write in all capital letters, you can write in little text bubbles, or you can even write in different pens in different sizes. Don't forget, you can also draw in some little symbols, you can color in some hearts or some little icons, add some squiggles or sparkles, and just make the page really fun. So the next self-love journaling page idea is going to be a self-care bingo. So what I'm doing here is I wrote self-care on top, and then I'm going to make a grid with 4 by 4 squares. And then inside this grid, we're just going to list out a lot of the little activities that you want to put in your self-care bingo. Because we're going to be writing the activities inside the squares on the grid, you want to make sure that you're not making these squares too small to make sure that you can fit the activity names inside. So some ideas that you can put in your bingo is to take a social media break, bake some cookies, have a bubble bath, do a face mask, declutter, wearing your favorite outfit, having a dance to your favorite song, going for a walk, meditating, drawing, or even painting. Next to the grid, I just wrote a number from 1 to 30, and this is going to be the days of the month. And so whenever you do something that's part of the self-care bingo, you can cross out the number and cross it off on the grid as well. So the next self-love journaling page idea is going to be our workout tracker. I really love working out because it really helps to control your stress, and other than that, I feel that it really gives you a really big sense of accomplishment. And trust me, I hear you. I know it can be really unmotivating to work out, especially when you're having a bad day, but oftentimes I feel a lot better after a workout. Working out also helps to give me a lot of clarity and space in my head, so it's amazing, especially when you're having those days where you're feeling overwhelmed or you just can't stop overthinking. So for this tracker, I'm just going to create a grid for the calendar of the month and create different designs to symbolize what workout I did for that day. So the next self-love journaling page idea is going to be a When Did I Last page. So this page is kind of similar to this self-care bingo, but I kind of like this page because you can fit quite a bit more stuff in this format. And so what we're going to do is we're going to create a calendar for the month, Then below the calendar, you can write a lot of self-care activities like calling a friend, baking your favorite dessert, going for a walk, etc. And then because these activities are going to be numbered, you can simply write the number of that activity on the days that you did them. And so this is going to be a quick way for you to see when was the last time you called a friend or baked your favorite dessert, and etc. So the next idea is going to be a letter to my future self. Now, I really love this idea and it's actually pretty simple as long as you have an envelope and a glue stick. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna glue our envelope onto our notebook. You can also use a paper clip to hold the envelope together to help it stick to the page, and then you can write a letter to yourself in a little separate paper. Make sure you write the date somewhere on the letter or even on the page and be able to go back to this at least a year from now. It's always really fun for me to look back and see what I predicted to myself a year from now and just see how things have actually turned out. I hope this video was able to give you a lot of inspiration and ideas for self-love journaling. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you in another one of my videos. Bye!